Earlier in 2021, the world of stocks was put in a frenzy. It was known as the GameStop short sell, and if anything, the whole debacle just proved the power of collective action. Many major players were right in the thick of the action, but one financial service company stood out among the rest, and its name is Robinhood. The American financial services company rose to success through its trading app where people could get commission-free trades of stocks and exchange-traded funds. It reached a $1.3 billion valuation in 2017, and by 2021, Robinhood is valued at a whopping $20 billion. So, who is behind this massive investment platform? It is none other than Vlad Tenev, one of the richest Bulgarian Americans with a net worth of over $1 billion. Robinhood had played an important role in the whole GameStop debacle when the Reddit posters saw an opportunity to make money on the platform while also sticking it to Wall Street and hedge funds. However, when Robinhood made the move to restrict buying GameStop shares, people cried foul play. Robinhood cited issues with volatile stock and regulatory requirements as their reasons. But, in spite of the firestorm of debate it has found itself in recently, Robinhood actually started out pretty decently. Vladimir Tenev and his friend, Beiju Bart, who had previously built high-frequency trading platforms for financial institutions in New York City, founded the app in 2013. It attracted the attention of users from the younger generation because of its beginner-friendly approach towards investing, which is exactly what Tenev wanted to achieve.
Let's get down to business.
Vladimir Tenev was born in Varna, Bulgaria, and his parents migrated to the US when he was 5. He attended Thomas Jefferson High School for Science and Technology in Fairfax County, Virginia, which stoked his interest in technology. He then went on to attend Stanford University, where he earned a degree in mathematics. Stanford was also where he met Beiju Bart, who, unknown to him at the time, was going to be his future partner in Robinhood. Upon graduating from Stanford, he studied for a mathematics PhD at UCLA, but soon dropped out to work with Bart and develop their own company. Looking back, dropping out of the university was probably a good decision for Tenev, but it is highly likely that his parents did not agree with what he wanted to do. After all, Tenev was raised by two parents who instilled the value of working for a large institution. Entrepreneurship was not something that was in the cards for him, and if he hadn't met Bart, he probably wouldn't have thought much about striking out on his own. At the time he met Bart, Tenev was working on his PhD. His worldview began to open up and expand as his friendship with Bart grew, and the two started building high-tech trading software for banks and hedge funds. However, Robinhood was not Tenev and Bart's first business venture. The duo launched their first company, Celerus, in 2010, but abandoned it when they developed another idea. They soon went on to create Cronus Research, a software firm. However, it was their next venture, Robinhood, that catapulted both Vlad and Beiju into a new stratosphere of industry. They both saw the potential for their programs to undercut retail brokers who charge sometimes high fees for making trades for investors. This is where the two developed the idea for Robinhood. According to The Focus, when the pair raised additional funding for Robinhood in 2018, the company's valuation hit $6 billion, and this is what made Tenev and Bart billionaires. Tenev and Bart, who had previously built high-frequency trading platforms for financial institutions in New York City, decided to start Robinhood to democratize investing. With their approach towards creating the app, many of the younger generations felt encouraged to try their hand in investing. Robinhood was founded in April 2013 with a mission to provide everyone with access to the financial markets, not just the wealthy. The firm showcased its app publicly for the first time at LA Hacks, first published it on App Store in December 2014, and then officially launched the app in March 2015. Then the rest was history. Tenev took a calculated risk in setting up Robinhood because initially, their clients were all banks and hedge fund managers. He and Bart toyed with the idea of offering commission-free stock trading in the form of an app, something that could very well be a flop if it wasn't executed properly. And safe to say, the risk paid off. Soon after launching the app as a retail product, the trades began to exceed $2 billion. However, apart from his acceleration up the financial and social ladder, not much is known about Tenev as he is pretty private. However, he does believe in Robinhood, and he is passionate about what he does. In his testimony, he reiterated how Robinhood is committed to breaking barriers. This is what he had to say. Even though we have grown and changed the investing landscape for the better, one thing has not changed. We recognize the responsibility that comes with helping our customers invest in dynamic financial markets. We are committed to providing quality educational resources to our customers and the general public about the investment opportunities available to them. Our goal is to provide people with the resources to make informed financial decisions and become long-term investors. During the entire GameStop scenario unfolded, Tenev, being the CEO of Robinhood, was under fire for Robinhood's actions. When Robinhood froze the trades for GameStop shares, analysts and small investors alike were deeply upset. Wall Street Bet's Twitter account said that the freeze of GameStop shares had harmed small traders and favored the Wall Street giants instead. While they did not explicitly say this, their move to freeze the trades was indicative of their support for the Wall Street hedge funds. According to Wall Street Bets, individual investors are being stripped of their ability to trade on the Robinhood app. Meanwhile, hedge funds and institutional investors can continue to trade as normal. This is interesting because Robinhood had initially positioned itself as a beginner-friendly trading platform that made investing for everyone. Like the popular storybook character Robin Hood, this trading platform gave normal people a taste of the action in the fast-paced world of investing. Sadly, however, recent events have revealed that it seems to favor the major players over the little guy, which is pretty ironic, all things considered. Early in February, Tenev's company faced over 30 civil lawsuits from its users because of its actions with GameStop. Several groups of the app's users have filed separate lawsuits against Robinhood Markets Inc. in federal courts, including those located in California, New Jersey, Texas, and Florida. The lawsuits accuse the company of violating various laws by imposing restrictions on its platform, including a breach of contract and its fiduciary duty. Tenev was even made to testify before the House Committee on Financial Services to explain Robinhood's actions and discuss the role he had played in the whole debacle. He was also made to explain how Robinhood even made its money in the first place. This is what Tenev had to say: Robinhood has changed the investing world for the better. By taking down the traditional barriers to investing and creating an accessible and intuitive platform, Robinhood opened up the markets to millions of retail investors. Tenev then proceeded to explain why Robinhood had acted the way it did, and why it needed to follow the clearing process to be able to continue operating the way it was supposed to. According to Tenev, it was this clearing process that prompted him to freeze shares for GameStop. Additionally, he discussed how GameStop makes most of its money from a payment for order flow system, which basically means routing its customers' trades through big Wall Street market makers. This practice can result in individual users getting less than the best possible price for their trades. Now, this is not the first time that Robinhood was under scrutiny. Perhaps one of its most infamous issues was the contention that it faces in June 2020 after University of Nebraska student Alexander E. Kearns committed suicide after seeing a negative cash balance of $730,000 in his Robinhood margin trading account. It was later discovered that this was a temporary negative balance due to unsettled trading activity, but Kearns had already taken his life. In his suicide note, Kearns, who was 20 years old at the time of his death, accused Robinhood of allowing him to pile on too much risk. In a press release, Robinhood promised to consider additional criteria and education for customers seeking Level 3 options authorization. Kearns' family decided to file a suit against the company. However, in spite of all the issues plaguing and surrounding Robinhood, it is not having as bad of a time as you would think. From one angle it looks terrible. Apart from the awful reviews in the App Store and Play Store and the Twitter rants and meltdowns, Vlad Tenev has been grilled by Elon Musk, put under extreme scrutiny by the financial and tech press, and summoned to explain Robinhood's actions. Tenev even had to stay in a hotel and avoid going home after receiving death threats. However, on the other hand, Robinhood downloads skyrocketed and are doing better than ever. Following the whole GameStop debacle, Robinhood found itself in the top 15 of the most popular free apps in the Google Play Store. Now, love him or hate him, it cannot be argued that Vladimir Tenev has achieved massive success. After all, he already has a net worth of over $1 billion. She is the first ever woman to become the Vice President of the United States of America. She has made waves around the world as a feminist black icon, and millions of young girls across the world look up to her for representing what the world could be. But that doesn't mean that she is not without a dark side. After all, every single person on this earth has one. Her record as a criminal justice attorney has been the subject of much debate, and it was something that was heavily looked into when she became a vice presidential candidate and the running mate of current US President Joe Biden. Kamala Harris is a prosecutor, a politician, and an author, all of which make her one of the biggest earners in the Democratic Party. Now, she is the vice president of one of the largest and most powerful nations in the world. Her net worth is a stunning $5 million, and we are going to discover exactly how she was able to earn all of that. You can check it out in the video up on your screen now, so click away, sit back, and relax. See you in the next video.